Okay, here is, of course, the Antelope Valley. And for some reason, I just noticed the other day that it's in the shape of an arrowhead. Here's the point, here's the base, here's the stem of the arrowhead, and here's the two flanges out here. Kind of interesting. So the first lesson is that if you want to really get nitpicky and pick an argument with someone, you could say the Antelope Valley is not a valley, it's a basin. Here's the bottom of the basin where the water all drains to. A valley has water coming in and out. Okay, a basin has all the water runs toward the middle. So this is actually the Antelope Basin, but I don't think they'll ever change the name. So I'm not going to argue about that. Anywhere you have water, you have Native American archaeological sites. You also have historical sites and the early settlers and the pioneers. It's all about water, and it still is today, right? But so here we have the Antelope Basin as it looks today, dry as a bone, desiccated. But what did it look like 10,000 years ago? Probably something more like this. And 10,000 years ago was the end of the last ice age, okay? The end of the last ice age, the glaciers were melting, there was water everywhere, there was rainfall, you know, lakes and streams and rivers, and a moist, luxuriant climate, okay? Were there people here then? Yes. Today, this is what the lakes look like, okay? This is Rosamond Dry Lake on the way out to Edwards Air Force Base. And here you have the most recent shoreline. But up here, you have an older shoreline. And up here, I'm not saying for sure, but very good chance there's even an older shoreline up here from when the lake was present, okay? Associated with this period, with the end of the Ice Age, this was a period when you had the large game, the saber-toothed tigers, the mammoths, like the La Brea tar pits, okay? You've been to the La Brea tar pits. Those are Ice Age animals called Pleistocene mammals, Pleistocene fauna. The points, the stone points that are associated with that period are the Clovis and the Folsom. The key point about these is they're fluted. See this flake that was taken off from the base up and from the base up? Those are called flutes, fluted points. And these date from 11,000 to 9,000 BC. That's 13,000 to 11,000 years ago. Because we're 2,000 years AD right now. So actually, if we had proof of Clovis being in the Antelope Valley, we could say not 10,000 years, but between 11,000 and 13,000 years. Well, it turns out this is from a publication about these Clovis points. See how they all have this flute at the bottom? This is the hallmark of them. And notice how they're broken across the middle. A lot of them are broken. That's from, you know, hitting the, that's how they break. Like, these are for thrusting spears, like for large animals, like mammoths and things like that. And if you hit the bone wrong or you hit something hard, you can break your spear point, right? So this is why so many of them are broken across the middle.